The year is 1932. Thousands of people suffering with arthritis have come to this small Canadian village for treatment. Dr. Locke will treat 2,000 patients a day, but he trained no one, and there's no one left to carry on after he died. 76 years later in England, a healer is inspired. Is this inspired by Locke?
This is straight from Dr. Locke. That's right. Oh, no, actually, not straight from him, via you. When you went out there and you found some people who had contact with him, then I could muscle test you, then them, and then back to the doctor to get a link.
30 years ago, a reflexologist met a patient of Dr. Locke's. He's been fascinated ever since. And after years of searching, now has a film showing the doctor.
That is phenomenal. I mean, you must be doing what, 6 a minute? The interesting thing is that foot structure is important. We do know that if the cuboid bone, for instance, is subluxed, that would cause many problems.
So can I do that? So I get a yes on that. So it's at least 10%, that's a yes. 20, that's a yes. 30, that's a yes. 40, that's giving. So 30%, 30 something, 30%. Now we can ask, how accurate is that answer? And we should ask that. Because we could ask, what's going to win the races at Toaster tomorrow? And we'll get an answer, but it won't be very accurate. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 90.
Mm.
About 90% accurate.
Mm.
So then, in other words, I would use that as a working hypothesis.
Yeah.
Mm.
But David, the placebo is 30%, isn't it?
What placebo?
Well, if he'd been doing nothing, 30% would have got better.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Because that was one of the charges. One of the charges against him was, okay, he's affecting people, but you're getting 2,000 people. There's a general feeling of well amongst all the people that come there. They've made big efforts. There's, some have done extraordinary journeys. So there's this sort of well of good feeling around him. So maybe that's all there was. If it was just 30%.
Right. So how can we test that then? Can we ask? I wonder if we can ask how much of that was placebo, perhaps. If there's a way, as a question, we need to get the right wording to ask.
Right. Let me suggest something.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps if you had more information, if you were asking that there with people children of people he treated and grandchildren of people he treated, could you get better answers? Could you learn more about Locke by
Yes.
going to Canada?
Yeah, yes. The more connections I've got as a muscle tester with Locke, the more accurate it will be. At the moment, you're the only connection I've got, and then the people that you've met.
Yeah.
Which is good enough to start with, but maybe not enough for everything. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we'll ask that question in Canada after you've met
That's right.
as many as we can get.
Can I check what my success rate is?
Yes.
On the same method,
Okay.
the same qualification criteria. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 50, 60, 70, 60%. And Locke's was 10, 20, 30. I still get 30%.
Yeah. Okay.